Hello everybody, this is toysareruss. For this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Blokees Classic Class Sentinel Prime from Transformers 1. Now let me just quickly move this guy out of the way for a second. Now, you've probably noticed I am doing so many Blokees things, and that is mainly due to TF Nation, and then just the fact I've gone nuts on them. I've been using all my points on showz, which is of course where you can get this from, and I've just been buying them all, literally getting as many as I possibly can. So the box here is beautiful. Again, we've got this lovely reflective sheen. You can see it says Classic Class 14. I can't believe they've done that many already. This one, in all honesty, is the most difficult. However, when I say that, I don't mean as in it's really difficult to do. It's just been the most, I suppose. Yeah, let me show you in a second, but let me just show you the rest of the box, because the box is stunning. And there's two modes to this figure, which is crazy. So that particular mode there, I'm going to show you first and foremost, and then I've not had a go at it yet. I thought we'd have a go at it live, just try and have a go at it and see if I can do it as simple as the instructions say it is. And we've got a powered up mode, which of course is exactly what he did in the movie. So yes, you can get these from showz, and you will be able to get some of them from game in the UK, but these ones aren't out in game just yet. Now this is what I wanted to show you. There's way more pieces on this one than the others that I've seen and the others that I've done. Of course, most of the ones I've done are all small, but I've also done a couple of classic class. I've got one of the review up and one which I haven't yet. So the one that you've seen the review done, this one's come and just jumped and took its place instantaneously. It was Rise of the Beasts Prime, but I've obviously done movie 1 to 2007 Megatron, which I'm sure you've seen the review of that, but this is in a different league. In fact, it's quite a bit bigger. Let me do a proper comparison. Now before we get there though, I did want to show you, and I'm sure you've seen the short already, that you can of course take him in half, and that's exactly what I've done in the short. I've got this Megatron here. I might as well just very quickly show you if you've not seen the short, because obviously of the scene in the movie. I've not done the Blokees Classic Class one yet either, to be fair, but you can just pretty much split him in two and recreate, unfortunately for Sentinel himself, that scene at the very end. We'll bring some more figures in a second, but now what that means I'm going to be able to do is completely just connect them at the waist. And I also want to reiterate that these are fun to build. This for me is bringing like Lego, which I love. Oh, let me just hear it click. There we go. Lego and Transformers together. So my two, I say Lego's one of my favourite things. I just really enjoy doing Lego, to be fair, and building things. And then these, and it's just, wow. It's just, I suppose, the best amalgamation ever. Right, I'm going to lower that down. I'm going to take out his weapon. And if you're wondering if there's a light reflecting from his eyes, there is, in fact, a light reflecting from his eyes. So the classic class are different to, let me just get rid of this because it's going to take up all of the focus. The classic class are completely different to these little guys, which again are great, and it's these fault that I keep getting so many because they're just so much fun. We'll bring him in again in a second. So as you can see, not only the size difference but also the attention to detail. So the helmet is made up of about 6 or 7 pieces, to be fair, to do that. Let's see if I can get his eyes going again. Oh, typically I've just knocked the back out. You can see where you've got the light pipe in there though, so to be honest, that little accident has probably helped me, because you can see now the light piping in it. All right, let's clip that together, and it does, everything just moves and pops together on these ball and socket joints so simply. So the wings, you can see there on ball and sockets, you can move them around. They are quite durable as well, even though it is just plastic. The shoulders are ball and sockets. These will spin all the way around. You just got to quickly adjust it. Swivel at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, flexion at the bicep. There is of course a wrist swivel because you pop them on. There is still a waist swivel, not too much because you've got all this going on around it, so don't go too far because you might damage it. And ball and sockets at the hips, so you can kick all the way up and around. Swivel at the thigh, big knee bend, ankle tilt, rock, etc. But look at the detail on this, guys. Look at the detail on this. And again, I used to work in plastic injection molding in the early 2000s, and to get things like this, it's not that easy. Not the level of detail which they've got on here, with all the lines, with all the different colors, with all the incredibly teeny little tabs to put them all together. So this is standard mode. which you can see, and as I say, this is his attachment, his accessory or accessory one, and it will just fit into the hand like so. Now I've just been playing around very quickly before I did this video because I was wondering, and obviously they do not scale with the Studio Series. The Studio Series are too big. It just doesn't work. It's not supposed to either, by the way. It's just in case anybody asks. I can guarantee that I'm going to get some questions. How do they scale with Studio Series? And you can see there, quite honestly, they don't. However, by the mainline figures tend to, I mean, because Orion Pax or Optimus is smaller than him, Alpha Trion there is a little bit smaller than him, so it looks like mainline. If you can't wait until next year to get your Sentinel Studio Series, I know there's a mainline one, but they look like they will exactly that. They will sort of scale together, so that's worked out really well, I think. Right, let me just very also quickly show you that he comes with this stand, and again you can attach this via these tabs here, and then you can pose him on this, looking again brilliant, via these ports on the bottom of his legs, etc. And you can completely adjust it, and this is where I perhaps need to practice maybe in the future, maybe New Year's resolution would be to practice some posing, because I'm useless at it and I hold my hands up completely and do admit that. However, I think I don't need to do anything. I think you can be useless like me and still display them amazingly like that. Right, so what is pretty cool about this, and I've not done it yet, so let's hope it works. The instructions first and foremost for you guys, if you're unsure and unaware, they are really easy to understand. Now that might not look really difficult, but each piece of plastic has got like a reference number, so it's C, D, A, B, C, D, whatever, then a number next to it, and you just find the parts like that and build it up. But what you've got here, you see, you've got an additional weapon. We've got a combat form where we're going to attach some things to the shoulders, and we've got another combat form where we're going to attach the boosters to his feet. Now what I've done is I've sort of cheated a teeny bit, so I've took them off and I've assembled some of them ready, but not all of it. So I'm going to go off memory if I can, first and foremost. So it looks like these, we're going to replace the feet. This is the gun I've put in there. The shoulder pads look quite simple. They're just going to fit in there. The hands, because he's powered up, are now open and a little bit bigger. And we're going to attach this, I think, to the side. I need to work out where exactly that's going to go. So I'm probably going to check the instructions for that, to be honest. But let's start off nice and simple then. Let's pop the hands out with that weapon. You can see these are ball and sockets here as well. Again, I didn't do a full makeup video on this because I think it perhaps would have just taken too long with the amount of pieces. I'm thinking about doing it. I've got a few of these classic class, as I say, figures to do. So I am thinking about it. Again, look guys, look how simple it is. So there's some holes on the top of there. Here's the ports. Let's just pop this into here, and then I've got the big dilemma, to be fair, of how do I display him? Which display am I going to use? Now it also looks like it's blast effect compatible. I'm not too sure now I've said that. That looks a bit bigger, so maybe will this balance on there as well? Yeah, so you can still balance it on the stand. That's probably what that means. So these are the huge rocket booster feet which he's got, and it looks, if I just show you exactly where I'm reading it from so you can see the same as me, we need to slightly adjust the thigh. So you can see there you've got, in fact it's over on this, no it's not, where is it, where I want to show you, it's where we're going to take the thigh apart and then we're going to attach the blasters to it. So it's there, funnily enough, there it is, combat form. So what it looks like I need to do, let's have a look at this, is take off this bit, because it will do, it should just slide off, he says. Hopefully it's going to now. I've just done that, just a little bit of prizing, nothing too hard. And yeah, there you go. So you've got these giant weapons, which again they come, which is it, forwards or backwards? Let's have a look which way it is. Do we want them facing forward? Yes, we want them facing forwards. You can do that, and then once again you can attach this to the side as well, which is cool. So it just covers up the little gaps that we've got there. There you go. So that's the one side. We're going to do the other side now as well. So yeah, so it depends if you're getting one of these yourselves. And you can go straight to combat mode if you wanted to, but obviously because I'm doing the review, I thought it best to show you the first mode and then build it up together rather than just do exactly as I say. You go straight to combat mode, it's fine, it looks like it's all going to work. These are just, as I say, they're just like big jigsaw pieces, let's be honest. All right, let's take off the feet. These are on ball and sockets, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Nope, there we go. And now we've got these giant boosters. Are these going to fit here? There we go. That's going to go there because, of course, he was flying around in these scenes, wasn't he? So he was flying around. There's the bits at the back. He's even got, so I do need to pop the head off actually, he's even got an upgraded battle mask. Oh, there's the light, and watch this, this is quite small, really small. So there is this front, it's his chin, let's be honest, it's his chin. I need to keep that super safe. Now he's got a battle mask. Am I pointing on the right way? Let's make sure I am. So this is going to slot into there, and again guys, I've got small dumpy hands, so anybody can do this. They really can. Right, so there he is, battle mask on, boosters in his arms, guns coming out the side. I just need to work out how this attaches, because if I'm being completely honest, that's the only bit that I don't really know. So where's it going? It's going into the forearm. So it looks like what we're doing is, in fact, I should have had a better look at that. It's going to go into the forearm somewhere. So do I have to take one of the pieces off? Maybe I do actually. I would imagine that I've got to take or slide this off because it's going to have the same sort of shape. Yes, it does. There you go. You've got all them pieces there, so you can now attach this via, oh wow. Look at that, that's ridiculous. That's so good. And of course, if I wanted to, I suppose I could still attach, did I see articulated fingers? No, I didn't. But what I could do, of course, is I need to swap hands because he hasn't got two left hands. We could do both. So I'm going to pop this in that hand like so. I'm going to now take this hand back out. And to be honest, this is how I'm going to be displaying him, because that is pretty much sensational. It's so good. It's all movable. You've just seen how easy it was to build to swap the parts over. Are they going up there? I mean, I'm just thinking, no, they must be the right way around because, of course, they're facing forward. If they'd have been the other way, they'd be facing backwards. There's boosters there. I've got a blast effect here. Unfortunately, it's not proper blast effect compatible. Oh, it is. It is. You can pop them all the way in. There you go. Surprised myself with that as well. And as you can see, the articulation on it, there's no point really talking about the articulation because it's all ball and sockets, because I've just put them all on and built it all the way up. But can you still stand him on here? Yes, you can. You can see how articulate that is. We can bring this in. Oh, he says stand up. I'm paranoid though now because I haven't lined everything up properly, and these maybe, oh no, that's it. I just need to be a little bit more forceful. Yeah. There you go. Right, so we've got a spare shoulder, no, side of leg, spare feet, spare little bag. Let's stand him up like so. Bring him closer again, just so you can see how good he looks. It's so good, and it does really excite us obviously for the main one that's coming out very, very soon. There isn't really much more to say about that, guys. It's great, and as I say, it's available at showz right now. Don't forget to use my code if you want to get one yourself, because it'll help my channel out, and of course it will give you points which you can earn as well. You can even rotate these around. You can put two at the front, make it look like he's blasting off there if you wanted to. It's, again, so much fun, so little things. And I know that some people will say, yeah, but he doesn't transform. But in this day and age, not as stupid as it sounds, there's probably more non-transforming Transformers than there are Transformers. So that's all I've got to say about him. Really, really like him. Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care.